Sports on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. Kevin Harlan here, joined by our analyst Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. DA, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Paul George has shown over the years that he remains one of the most versatile stars.
David, he clearly is a special talent, and his resume shows it. Thank you. And here's a look at some numbers for him.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. They've got Toppin. Mr. Incredible is out there with Jackson. Then it's Black Hole. And it's Knox in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Clippers, Warren is out there with Chris Boucher. Then it's Chris Paul. Then it's Paul George. And it's Zubats in at the center. And this door should be a fun one because of the pace these teams play at. It's all about the up-tempo game for them.
Right, transition, fast break, the opportunity to be electric every trip down the floor. I will be surprised if the shot clock gets below 10 once tonight.
And so off the tip, it's New York. Here is Mr. Incredible. Here's the screen. George against Jackson. Here's Black Hole, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
That's what we call a power finish. There's no such thing as gentle for the big man.
George passes to Zubats. Ball against Jackson. Outside Warren. From deep. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Now the Knicks take it the other way. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
It came down to execution. No wasted possessions, and that is absolutely essential trying to win on the road.
Now, here's Warren. In the game against New Orleans, very impressive. Hall with the screen for George. No good with the triple. The Knicks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. 2 open that time, made it look too easy.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
T-shirt time. All right, look who's coming onto the court. Come on, get loud for your Clippers. Your Clippers Spirit Dance Team.
Here's Paul. And he also played really well in the win against the Pelicans. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. For New York, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And the basket by Knox.
Well, this is what we expect. The rise and fire from Kevin Knox in a catch-and-shoot situation. You better guard him now.
George passes to Zubats. Paul outside. To the inside. Score of the basket. Great shot after missing his first attempt.
And for a smaller player, Chris Paul appears so comfortable on the interior. He knows he can score from this area.
Jackson passes to Knox. Three-pointer. The Clippers grab the miss. Victory eluded them last time in New York when they took on the Knicks.
And they'll want to show that they're a much better team than they demonstrated last time out against these guys. At the very least, avoid another blowout.
Well, so many of their problems stem from turnovers. They simply could not take care of the ball, and it cost them in that matchup.
For New York, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Here's Jackson. The shot, no good. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Something T.J. Warren has to his credit, Greg, is one of the more storied honors a basketball player can earn. ACC Player of the Year award.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of Hall of Famers who won that prize. To set yourself apart like Warren did in one of the toughest conferences in college basketball, that just shows the depth of talent this man has always possessed. Oh, great ball movement there.
And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Clippers. They trail by 9 points. Boucher with a screen on Jackson. And the rejection by Jackson. Just 4 to shoot. And here's Warren for 3. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Zubac, a screen on Jackson. Ball stolen. Shoots it. Toppin kicks to Jackson. And he drives in, and the dunk by Jackson.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
All right, look who's coming onto the court. Come on, get loud for your Clippers.
While we can, let's have a peek at the league's top foul shooting teams over the course of the last month. Number 1, the Knicks. The Clippers 3rd.
Yeah, I mean, both of these clubs have really been good from the free throw line. I mean, the focus is there, and the numbers would back that up.
Outside, George. Paul outside. Boucher sets a screen for Paul. Los Angeles with another miss.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Here's Black Hole. 17 points for him last game against the Lakers.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now here's Paul. 15-point game. No good again that time.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
There's a screen. Try to
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. From deep, George drains the three-pointer.
It matters not if you're staying attached and connected to Paul George. He's got the height and release point to get it off anyway.
Mr. Incredible, the pass to Jackson. Here is Mr. Incredible. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Paul against Jackson. Boucher with a screen on Jackson. Paul. It drops for his 2nd made shot of this game. An unimpressive 2 of 7, though.
Well, to a good point guard, running the pick and roll in the NBA is second nature. Chris Paul's been doing this a long, long time.
Now here's Jackson. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Lakers.
You know, couple that with the 4 big blocks. He was awesome on the defensive end as well.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
And here's Jackson after Paul George getting his 3 to go. Toppin sets a screen for Jackson. Takes it inside. It's hauled in by Zubats.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
And that one's good, George. Here is Mr. Incredible. Boy, he was something else against the Lakers. Outside Jackson. They set the pick. Passes it to Knox. Here's Black Hole. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zuba.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Daniel Tice is checked in for Zubats. Marcus Morris comes in for Chris Boucher. Mann's checked in for T.J. Warren. And Walker subbed in for Chris Paul. And a switcher also for New York. Quickly's checked in. Yes, that goes in. 6 points for the Magician.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Walker is screen on quickly. Tice in the high post. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Kicks it to George. 5 to shoot. Going inside. And then George with the jam.
Now, Paul George is an exceptional athlete and demonstrating his insane dunking skills there. Get this guy in the dunk competition.
And so it's New York. 13 points up at the end of the period. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. Back right after this.
All right, look who's coming on the court.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Knicks?
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
Yeah, and I think the other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've gotten off turnovers.
Clippers trail by 13 on the court for the Knicks. We've got Emmanuel quickly. Knox out there with Toppin. And there's Jackson, and it's Black Hole in the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled. And it's got to be liberating for Walker these past few seasons, not having to do everything himself.
Right, he spent 8 years in Charlotte, guys, and carried such a heavy burden night by night, only to make the playoffs in just 2 years. But this guy, boy, you love it. Never sulked, never demanded a trade, always a true pro.
Now Tice. He's coming off a 10-point game against New Orleans. Shot clock at 3. That one misses. The Knicks leading by 12. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. And the voting for the dunk contest is just about over, so let's bring up the leading contenders for you. Boy, with the players on this list, you know this year's contest is going to be a fun one.
It is, and with their places in the contest almost wrapped up, I'm sure these guys are working on their moves already.
Look at Black Hole sitting at the top of the heap. Looks like he'll be planning on an appearance at the dunk contest this year.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised with his athleticism. This guy has got the goods, no doubt about it. The hops are incredible, and we'll just have to see what sort of creativity he can apply.
And the list of participants is going to be final soon, so we'll be sure to keep you posted. This year's dunk contest should be a very special one.
And every year it seems we see something in the dunk contest that we've never seen before, and I don't think this year will be any different.
That free throw, no good. And Greg, you made your money on the defensive end. What was the toughest kind of player to defend? A one-on-one guy or a constant movement type of player?
I've always will say that it's harder to guard movement. You know, as a defender, you drill a lot about guarding the basketball. But when a guy is great without it, man, that is the hardest job you can have defensively.
Jackson passes to Knox. To the middle. It's stolen by Tice. To the paint. George finds Walker. Off the mark and a chance to trim it to single digits. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Paul George has taken some heat in recent years. He says people get so caught up in what other folks think. I'm Paul George. I don't care to be anybody else. I am who I am. You love it or you don't. Simple as that. Guys, with his play on the floor, he has answered all of his critics.
He is certainly playing at an elite level. EA, thank you.
All right. Look who's coming on to the court. Come on, get loud for your Clippers.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Zubats is checked in. Chance now to take a look at some of the steal numbers over the scope of the last few months for him.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Outside, Walker. Here he goes. And the rejection by Jackson.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Count that one. 14 points for Black Hole.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Walker against Jackson. Walker the pass to Tice. Ripped away. And a fast break now for New York. Knox with the ball.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. 17-point game. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. That'll be game 1 of a 4-game road trip.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Knox misses.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
George with the screen on quickly. Left side, Walker with the shot. Here's Zubats. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
You have to appreciate the doggedness and intensity on the glass. Wow.
Jackson passes to Knox. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his first.
Well, I really like Kevin Knox taking the initiative and seeking contact right there. Nicely done.
New York shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
The first free throw is good.
So Kevin Knox, the 9th pick back in the 2018 draft. What an outstanding year he had at Kentucky before deciding to come to the NBA.
Lopez, he's checked in for the Knicks. Both shots good from the stripe. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play. Here's Mann. He had 10 points in the win against New Orleans. Left side, George. And Zubats picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
The Knicks leading by 17. And Doris, we know that Paul George has always been a solid passer, but his assist numbers have been trending up.
Yeah, he's been willing of late to take on more playmaking responsibilities. The skill set was there. It's just early in his career, they needed him to be the lead scorer. Now you're talking about a guy you've got to game plan against as a scorer and as a passer.
The Clippers have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
The three from George. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. George has got 15.
Well, we've known for a long time Kemba Walker is gifted on the offensive end, and it's not just about his scoring. Look at that on the assist.
Quickly with a wide open look. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got his 8th assist in the game. George up top. He had 28 points in the win against New Orleans.
Well, in addition to the scoring, he found ways to initiate contact from the defense and get himself to the line. The defense clearly frustrated trying to get a way to stop him.
No question, he got bumped on that shot. And we all know what George brings offensively. But it's his ability as a defender that stands out. Great instincts to make plays on that end of the floor.
That free throw good from George. And with Paul George and his defense, Greg, you almost forget how great of an impact it makes.
He just kind of flies under the radar with his defensive play. I mean, this guy could be considered for the Defensive Player of the Year almost every year. One of the more disruptive forces on that end of the floor.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Boucher is checked in, and George drops them both.
What we know about Paul George, guys, is he's been a dominant force on both ends of the floor. He's proven he can be a #1 scorer. He has also proven he can guard the opponent's best scorer.
Here's Black Hole, and again it's New York.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
Clippers trailed by 19. Now here's Walker. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against New Orleans.
I love that he sacrificed his body over and over. His persistence at getting to the free throw line really paid off for them. Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
And the shot goes in.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
George passes to Zubats. Here's Mann, quickly covering, lock at 6. A baseline J, and too long on the shot. The Knicks leading by 21. Here's Knox. He's got 10. Pass to Black Hole. On the wing quickly. Lopez kicks to Jackson. Fires from deep. That shot off. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger. And we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And what surprised me was how easy they made it look. It seemed like they got something out of every possession.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Outside, George. Walker with his screen for George. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Here's quickly. Makes it off the glass.
Emmanuel
Quickly's got 5.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Here's George. Zubac trying to break loose. Trying to end the drought. And the layup good by George. George has got 8 here in the quarter.
Boy, this guy has been terrific. The rest of the team, however, struggling.
Pass to Knox. And Kevin Knox gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Marcus Morris comes in for Mann. And it's Paul in for Walker. Abdul Nader, he's checked in for the Knicks. Jackson against Paul. Boucher with a screen on Jackson. Paul kicks to Boucher. Now here's Paul. He's covered closely. Got a hand on it. Nader the pass to Lopez. Dishes to Jackson. Inside. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Boy, he's been unconscious this quarter. I love the confidence he's playing with.
That one's not going to go. And so it's New York holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Joined by Coach Thibodeau. Coach, any areas to clean up in the second half?
We're missing some shots, but the thing I don't like is we're giving up the second shot. So the rebounding is something we got to get corrected.
Thanks for your time, Coach. Appreciate it. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Hey there, everybody. With the All-Star break on the horizon, let's first have a look at the players vying for a spot in the three-point contest. And the three-point shootout. Kenny, what does it take to prepare to compete?
Well, it's really difficult, Ernie, shooting off a rack. And because catching the ball off of a rack and someone throwing to you is totally different or shooting off the dribble. It is a different type of shot. What do you think, Shaq?
Let me call Steph Curry. He's not answering. He can't answer, I can't answer.
You're really asking Shaq, who has one career three-pointer?
Yeah, but it went in.
He has one career make.
Yeah, but he's only like taken 2, so he's like 50%.
And now let's take a look at the excellent first half we've seen so far for the New York Knicks.
Well, it comes down to confidence. From the opening tip, these guys had that swag. They had the attitude that you can't beat us, we can only beat ourselves.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Really an incredible game from Black Hole.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. They've got Chris Paul. There's Boucher out there with T.J. Warren. Then it's Paul George. And it's Zubac in at the 5 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
Boucher with a screen on Jackson. The shot by Paul, no good.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all. Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Awesome rewind courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. About 1 minute played here in the second half. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
George against Jackson. A nice shot by George. George has got 21 in the game.
What great body control from the all-star forward. Paul George, so skilled at keeping his composure under pressure.
Jackson with the screen. There's the drive. Knox. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got 5 rebounds tonight. Zubats with the screen for Paul. Shoots over Toppin, and he hits the jumper. Well, he's been waiting for that for a while. Paul's got 6.
Well, Paul can be consistent from that part of the floor. Defenses should know you can't allow his mid-range game to start cooking.
Here's Knox. That's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession.
New York basketball.
Here's Black Hole. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 26. So it's the Clippers now. Paul outside. Driving the lane. Over Jackson. And the rejection by Jackson.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
You know, he's flat fueling their success. Most of the offense has gone through him.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. George, that's a 2-pointer, and some very quick points for him on that possession. George has got 4 points this quarter.
Because of the diverse offensive arsenal of Paul George, these kinds of nights are easy for him.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. The pass to Warren. Zubats a screen on Jackson. George looking over the floor. Shot clock at 5. Trains it from 9 feet away. George has got 25 points.
Now, Paul George balances his perimeter game with the ability to work in the painted area.
Here's Jackson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his third.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
For New York, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And Los Angeles with some changes. Daniel Tice is checked in for Zubats. And Walker subbed in for Paul. Both free throws good from Jackson. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. And the Clippers call time here. One guy who's been getting it done is Black Hole.
Boy, he's been relentless. And to this point, they haven't had an answer for him on the inside. Let's see if they make some adjustments coming out of the timeout.
Look who's coming on to the court. Come on, get loud for your Clippers.
chance to look at stats for Black Hole. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. He's getting around 28 points per, 17 rebounds, and over 4.5 blocks. And not many players possess his kind of ability to protect the rim. I mean, you look at the block total, pretty remarkable.
Well, I love it. Drivers think they see a crease to the lane and go for it. And eventually, he shuts the door.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Tice sets a screen for George. Releases. The Knicks pull it in.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Jackson passes to Black Hole. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
You can see he just has a great overall feel for this game. Excellent job tonight.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it. In the first half, he was on fire from range, but he hasn't knocked one down since.
Down low. And that one is stuffed right through.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Pass to Boucher. And here is Warren. Boucher sets a screen for Warren. Jackson against Walker. Nailed from three-point land.
How poised is Kemba Walker? This guy shooting from beyond the arc is so impressive.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Rosario. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. 16 points for Mr. Incredible. Walker against Jackson. From outside the arc, it's rebounded by New York. Knox has got his fourth rebound in this one. The drive by Jackson, and he uses the glass on the layup. That's 10 points for the Magician.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
LA's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. George with the screen on Jackson. Walker the pass to Warren. Outside, Walker. 6 on the shot clock. Tice sets a screen for Walker. Again, the miss by Walker. New York's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. On the wing, Jackson.
2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 2 minutes.
1:58 left in the third. Here's Knox. Plays it up and banks it in. Knox has got 12 in the game.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And Kevin Knox gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. A different look for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is checked in for Chris Boucher. Mann comes in for T.J. Warren. And it's Kennard in for George. And then for New York, Abdul Nader. He's checked in for Knox. Quickly comes in for Mr. Incredible. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Jackson. Pass to Mann. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. New York's gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the three-pointer to their advantage. They get it again. And he banks in the layup. And that's 36 points for Black Hole.
Well, you love that they've been able to rely on him time and time again. You love the effort here late.
To the wing on the left. To end the run. Back to Tice. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. You look at the Clippers. They're down in the bottom of the conference. Their fans hope they can turn it around and show some improvement.
You know, for Los Angeles, this is probably a season they can't get through quickly enough. It has been a disaster on all fronts.
And when that happens, the talk is already about what's going to change in the offseason. And the way things have gone, there's going to be plenty of that.
Knicks on offense. Their next game is in San Francisco, so a road game with the Warriors. And that game will be game 3 of 5 away from home. Here's Black Hole, banked in off the glass. Black Hole's got 38 points.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Here's Walker. Count it. Walker's got 7 points here in this quarter.
After being held scoreless in the first, he's turning it on here in the second.
And Beverly kicks to Nader. 20 seconds left to play here in the third. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Shot's good by Walker. 11 seconds left in the third quarter. To the inside, Black Hole. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
What pretty vision right there by Patrick Beverly. Wow.
And so it's the New York Knicks with a major 39-point lead here at the end of the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be right back after this. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court for the Knicks, we've got Robin Lopez. And it's Niang in at the 4 spot. Lopez passes to Niang. Shot clock at 6. Lopez a screen. That 3 off the mark.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Now here's Kennard. Defense is right there. Beverly against Paul. Over Beverly. The shot by Paul, no good. New York's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. The dish to Lopez. Kicks it to Beverly. And there's the drive. It's deflected.
Well, Marcus Morris, the frame and the length to block shots. That's pretty.
Here's Gillespie. Drops in the layup for 2. Gillespie's got his first basket.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
The pass to Niang. They set the pick. To the wing right side. New York needs to get off a shot. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Thursday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Charlotte Hornets. Then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Clint Capella and the Atlanta Hawks.
And for that Raptors game, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
That one, no good. The Knicks have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Out to the right wing. Lopez inside. It's hauled in by Gillespie. The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Passes it to Oturu. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Gillespie, the pass to Paul. From 11 feet away, Knicks with the rebound. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And that one's good. Beverly.
This guy is such an intelligent guard. Patrick Beverly finding a driving lane and finishing.
And it's Paul with the ball for the Clippers. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Gillespie, the pass to Paul. From downtown, and Marcus Morris good for 3.
Really good job anticipating the rise and fire off the catch. Go ahead, Marcus Morris.
Beverly feeling it out a bit. Here's Niang. 5 on the clock. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Niang's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Pass to Kennard. He kicks to Paul. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And it's Gillespie missing. The Knicks have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Nader. That one doesn't go. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Kennard with the ball. Pass to Paul. Launches it. And that one is off. New York's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Nader the pass to Beverly. Here's Niang. Driving inside. Off target at the rim.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Paul with the 3. No good on the shot.
It's just been a frustrating day for him all the way around, and it's rubbed off now, I think, on the rest of the team.
Kicks to Beverly. To the paint. And the layup's good off the glass.
You know, how about the big fella making the right play there to create that bucket?
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
That's a 2 from Paul. Paul missing again.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point. Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
Here's Gillespie. Lopez covering. And here's Kennard.
2 minutes.
And the drought. That one wide left. For New York, they've gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. The pass to Nader. Tries the spin move. Unloads from 13. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter. Kennard finds Paul. And it's in there.
We call that solid fundamentals. Luke Kennard finding his teammate on time and on target.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for New York.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And the strong effort here will convert into what will be their 50th win on the season.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief 2-gamer.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Black Hole.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
Passes it to Nader. Jackson, a screen on George. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Beverly with a screen on George. Nader kicks to Beverly. Inside. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
And here's George for three. And another three for the Clippers.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And now, our New Balance player of the game, Black Hole.
Yeah, he was fucking perfect from the field. 23. Holy shit. Oh, wow. Perfect from 3-point. 4 for 4. Was responsible for 54. 11 dunks. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. 3-point percentage is atrocious. Okay. Not too shabby. No, third, fourth. Absolutely fucking horrific. You won't be needing picks for a while.